Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Patron week. This week we're doing something a bit different.
Jesus Christ, the tension is so thick.
Yeah, we don't know what won, so Josh is going to surprise.
This is not going to be a surprise to anybody because I'm going to put the title of this in the goddamn video title.
Josh
but
isn't even
I haven't actually told
right now
any of the cast what we're doing. Okay, so the prompt that won the poll was the oldest by release year unplayed game in Josh's library.
Oh god, is this Bad Rat?
No, it's not fucking Bad Rats. This is a little bit difficult to actually just pull up because, well, Steam allows you to sort your library by release date. For some reason, everything like pre-2013 or so just doesn't seem to work. So you get all the old games just as an alphabetical list at the bottom. So then I just kind of started scanning through my library for games that came out before 1990 and very quickly discovered the clear answer to this. It's Rogue!
Huh.
Oh no.
We're playing the original Rogue. Rogue that gives its name to the term roguelike. This
is technically the oldest game in terms of release date, but I feel like it's not it only released on Steam in like 2014 or it was recent, right? It was like 2018?
I don't know. The Steam release date for this on the store page says like 1985.
Did they mean the first Steam game in your library? Is that what they actually meant?
It's oldest, the exact text is the oldest by release year unplayed game in Josh's library. Okay. So I feel like this is what they were legit. Asking for.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I may have played this for a few minutes when I picked it up a few years ago, but it's effectively not played. Like the 35 minutes here is mostly for me messing around with setup stuff. So we're gonna hit play here.
This is gonna be pretty brutal.
I don't see it, just so you know, Joshua.
It should pop up in just a second.
Okay.
You're not streaming currently.
Am I not?
No,
no.
Oh, okay. You missed the whole... Did I? I thought I had this set up properly, but here we go. Okay. You missed the whole thing where I dragged Rogue onto the screen. Whatever. All right. It's very tiny. There we go. Is it okay, there we go.
So I recently... Yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
You recently...
I recently realized I could actually make one of these. Like, I've been studying coding and programming, and I, took a few minutes to demo it out. I'm like, oh, this is actually within my skill set now.
All right. So, here we are in the interface here. What are we going to name our rogue?
It's gonna be Buttscarn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be Buttscarn. I mean, I'm just kind of waiting for someone to say it. All right. So yeah, this is the original roguelike. It's a procedurally generated series of rooms that have stuff in them.
Bro, if I got this game and I didn't know what the actual gameplay looked like, I would I would go nut.
Well, there's an eye. You have injured the ice monster. You have defeated the ice monster.
The ice monster.
We achieved the rank of Guild Novice. Cool.
Now I see why people say this is like Dwarf Fortress. I did not understand that before, but now I get
it. Yeah, this game was inspired by Dwarf Fortress.
No, I mean the other way around. Come on.
No, I was attempting to be wrong on purpose.
Oh, another ice monster.
Like when I said that
the ice monster.
Like when I said that Master and Commander fanfiction predated Star Trek fanfiction, as though Master and Commander came out first, which is the thing that I keep forgetting isn't true.
Yes, I looked that up while I was editing the episode, and I was like, Red Scar, like Master and Commander is contemporary to Star Trek.
I keep mixing it up with Hornblower. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Well, so wait, is Hornblower like slash fiction? Was that the thing that predated Star Trek slash
it's just
fiction?
contemporary.
All right, I just murdered a bat that was just hanging out. Oh, there's
Hornblower lacks the steamy erotic tension of Master and Commander. Anyway, yes.
Now you might be asking the question, Josh, does this game have sound? No, it does not. This game has no sound effects.
When did this fucking game come out?
1985.
1980.
Okay, we're gonna give it a pass.
The copyright date was 1985.
Yeah, okay, so the IBM PC port was copyright 1985, but the original Unix terminal version, which is very similar to this, it used a different character set. It used actual ASCII as opposed to the expanded character set. And I think there were some minor tweaks to the procedural generation and stuff. But that came out in 1980. Like, this thing predates Ultima and Wizardry. That's how old this thing is. Oh, 49 gold pieces. And 2 rations of food A.
So the thing about games like this is that if you don't have a modern engine where you're like clicking and dragging like nodes or objects, this sort of thing is pretty much the easiest kind of video game to just make. If all you've got is just like you're banging code into like a developer interface of some kind.
Well, yeah, I mean, this thing was originally written for, like the distributed Unix terminals, like the terminals that hooked up to a mainframe in, like, UC Berkeley and Santa Cruz and stuff, like, for university computers. They didn't have, like, graphical interfaces. They were just text. And I'm not sure they had the ability to even output sound. So, like, that's how old this thing is. So I believe go down a staircase is capital right bracket? Yeah, okay.
So we're just gonna keep doing this?
I have a few other things we can do here. I defeated the Kestrel. Oh, the other thing is this game was originally... The original version of this game was just a straight rip-off of D&D. And they went in and changed all the monster names when they released it for like wider platforms. So I'm pretty sure Kestrel was originally Kobold.
Out of all of the things the Indie Retro podcast could be about, this is not one of them. This is not. We would never.
Too Indian retro for you.
No, too sucky. Not good.
I gotta say though, the test run I did this to make sure the recording software would get it right, I went into like the first room and died immediately. So this is going very well. I have a tiger
I'm amazed,
ring.
Actually. I really thought we'd be dead by now.
The Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
We're missing.
Hobgoblin.
It hit me.
Eat some of your food, A.
I do suspect that we've... Oh, okay.
Okay, I ate some food. I don't think that did anything.
You've been injured by... Josh, I think this Hobgoblin just hurt you. This Hobgoblin has just struck you.
This Hobgoblin is not cool. He's also
so run away into the corridor.
The convenient feature
that was Rogue.
Is that it has...
Rogue 1980/1986/2014/2023. What's next?
A convenient feature of Rogue is that it has a helpful guide to tell you what keys to press. For example...
Yep, we're done. Yep.
For some reason, there's a key that's specifically bound to take armor off. There's more of these. I don't know what some of these things do. Like, exclamation point is supervisor key, parentheses, fake DOS.
I feel like that's a console. Like a modern FPS engine console.
Oh, but there's like several of them listed as that. Yeah, I don't know what Zap is. I think that might be... It might be like a wand thing. Illegal command.
Sap direction.
Yeah, no, I sincerely think they were probably
don't have anything appropriate. Well, let me get killed by this hobgoblin here. Oh, I killed it. Whoops.
No, we're cursed to continue deeper into the mine.
Oh, what's this? I have leather armor D. Dropped leather armor. Oops.
I guess the moral of the story here is that since the dawn of computers, people have tried to figure out how can I play Dungeons & Dragons without having to schedule with other people, and there isn't a way. There is no way. It's just impossible. Everything to my mind is just a more or less complicated version of this.
I really like the loop of exploration and combat. I mean, it's not that dissimilar from Diablo, or even Minecraft, really.
All right, so that was what, 11 minutes of Patron Week here.
Good night, everybody.
I do have a little something because I figured this might have happened. Let's see. Exit to Steam. Here we go. So there were a number of other re-releases, including a port to the Atari ST, which was a very early computer that had a proper color GUI. So let's... No, that's not what I want. Let's play the port of that has Rogue.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're really into that stuff.
I'm looking at an Atari ST right now, and it's definitely... Imagine a nerd from the 1980s, and that is the type of person that would buy this computer. The glasses...
I believe it was...
The hair...
It was fairly poorly received, too.
I'm actually deeply in love with, 80s and early 90s nerd aesthetics.
I can see that.
So what was the year of this release?
86.
Basically, I mean, there's, this is all tongue-in-cheek, but I kind of came to, my subcultures and interests in a rock-bottom period for the aesthetics of those subcultures and interests. Where it's buy a t-shirt from ThinkGeek that cost 14 cents to manufacture and has a cringy gamer phrase on it.
What's your most cringy gamer phrase you can think of on the top of your head?
Probably choose your weapon. Because with a bunch of... the shirt said choose your weapon and it had a bunch of Dungeons & Dragons dice on it. Like the D4 and D20. That was the official t-shirt of the RPG club of UCI when I was the president.
Oh, man. Did you choose that as the official t-shirt?
No, I didn't. Actually, in fact, it was the year after my administration.
What about, I paused my game to be here?
That's pretty fucking bad. I really hate the one that's game over and it's got a marriage on it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
That one's like a meta shitty option.
So this game does have sound effects, and I'm not sure you guys are hearing them because of the way that screen share works with Discord, but I think they were a mistake, actually. I want to go back to no sound, because every time I move, there's a very high-pitched plink sound, like dit 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 dit. So that's fun. I don't know why they decided that should be the primary sound effect in this game.
I'm bothered by the need to keep the character centered in the screen, such that it re-renders the screen if you go more than 4 things down.
Yeah, no, that's not great.
I just remembered a worse answer to Mumble's question.
The ice monster obliterated us. We walked down
Software
the stairs
pirate scum of the earth? Oh, did you not do the fucking did you not verify the game?
Oh, is this?
You gotta verify the game, dumbass.
Fucking
gotta go to your fucking manual for the feelies and pull the code off of the fucking code wheel or whatever.
Prompt. But,
Hey, Redscarn.
Yeah.
Born to be a gamer, forced to go to school.
That's pretty bad. So I had a shirt which said, "I am not a geek. I'm a level 12 paladin." That was given to me as a gift when I was 14. You don't want to know what the worst part of that shirt was?
What?
Nobody knew what a paladin was. So everybody was fucking coming up to me like, "You're not a geek, but you look exactly like a geek." Why does your shirt say you're not a geek? I'm looking at you and you're obviously a geek. And then I'm like, it's a paladin is a class, and paladin is a class in fantasy role-playing games. And see, the shirt is like, I actually am a geek, and it's the shirt is saying that I'm a geek. And at this point, I just like I stopped talking and I just turn around and I wedgie myself really, really hard for like 15 seconds, and then I let go and they let me live. That's how that worked.
See, now I'm wondering how the copy protection here works, because it didn't give me like a read the manual prompt or anything. It just straight up, I went to the second level and it murdered me.
Well, will the bird kill you, or are you going to just insta-die the bird?
No. I think it was just because, like, oh, you get to do the first level and then it gets cheeky, so let's see what happens when we go down here.
Okay, like, what about instead of cringy t-shirts, we have, like, those birth announcements where it's like Ready Player 3, where like the husband and wife give a thumbs up, and then
oh my god,
born gamer.
Oh fuck, man,
It's gonna be like a fucking like the like Gen Z equivalent of Bruce Springsteen is gonna have a song called "Born Into Gamer" about how he never had a fucking chance because his parents were like, okay, like they had a plan. I was like 8 years old. They're like, no, you got to start with the consoles we had when we were 8 years old, so that way you can appreciate the old games and not just skip straight to the new stuff.
That's why we're not having.
It is an Atari ST. Figure it out.
What about I don't age, I just level up?
That's yeah.
Okay. The ultimate example of this I can think of is that Control-Alt-Delete comic where he got married and the wife is like, life dropped an epic husband, the rarest of its loot table, and I was lucky enough to win the need roll. That's pure cringe.
You fucking knew that off the top of your head.
No, I'm looking at it now. In my defense, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Oh my god. I wish to meet one day a, like, not self-aware nerd, I guess. I would love to be friends with a unironic nerd who thinks that shit's great. Like someone who watches Big Bang Theory and is like, ha 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 ha.
I think it says mouse control? No. Oh yeah, it does.
I have to say that you know, people talk about the Big Bang Theory. I have seen more of it than I particularly wanted to. I didn't really have a choice in the matter. And I have to say that, honestly, the stuff about that show I hated the most was the stuff where I'm like, no, this actually is pretty on point, actually. No, like, this actually is a pretty razor-sharp satire of a certain kind of person you meet in this subculture.
I'm not a player, I'm a gamer. Players get chicks, I get bullied at school.
Sorry,
is that the share zone?
That's a Sonic the Hedgehog t-shirt.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, I walked into a room, an ice monster froze me with a ray of frost, then sent another one that bounced off the wall, hit the ice monster, and killed it. What the fuck? Why does this game even have, like... Why does it know what... How is it calculating bounces? Like... Oh.
Okay, so there's a shirt that says... Me. I have seen the shirt, I think, in the wild. I'm a gamer not because I don't have a life, but because I choose to have many.
Oh,
and
I don't know.
The thing I love about that is that was originally a saying about literature.
Oh, I don't even like it about
like,
books.
Like there's something like that where it's like and then like it's the shirt is like it's like a life like lives you get in a video game. So much fucking ass.
So, does the game just kill you at random because of a piracy protection system? Because it seems like you
I think
died
I
for no
actually
reason.
ran out of health there. I'm not sure what this is. It might just be because like I grabbed a fucking like a ROM for this over the course of 10 minutes and set it up because I was like, man, we are not going to be able to carry an episode on soundless ASCII DOS game for very long. So
AI design mafia. We love writing code.
but it knows I'm a pirate somehow. Oh.
I will say that one of the things I miss about hackers from like the 80s and early 90s is like there was an era where nobody else knew enough about what using a computer was like to call them on their bullshit. It's like you get this guy walking around like, I am the cyber freak, like scum of the earth hacker man. I am like a nuclear bomb. I can turn your government inside out from a payphone. We are the new wizards. I am basically Merlin, except even better, I don't have to go outside. And everyone was just like, yeah, checks out.
I saw Jurassic Park in the theaters, and there's this part. Oh, you're dying.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Wow. God, you guys must be real happy you cannot hear this.
I hear it over the speakers, over your mic. Like, it's really bad.
Oh, I can't back out. It's just going. End of file. Okay, so don't try to open ASCII files in the equivalent of the Notepad program. Got it.
So what were you saying about Jurassic Park?
I don't know.
One time I saw Jurassic Park in the theaters, and there's this part where the girl's like doing shit on the computer, and they're like, wow, you're so good at the computer. And she's like, we're called hackers. And I lost my mind. I was laughing so fucking hard, and no one else around me understood. I am surprised I have not been banned from Jurassic Park movies, the franchise, because I always make a ruckus whenever I go see a Jurassic Park film. I'm always laughing, I'm always chortling, I'm always yelling. Like, they should just not allow me to be in that.
Off to the cinema-marketed chortle at the new Jurassic Park.
They gotta put my face on a poster and be like, do not let her in here. She's always causing a fucking ruckus.
Was that the latest one where that line was? Like,
no, the hacker thing was in the first. Yeah,
the first. Is it really?
One.
I don't remember that.
It's when Lex and Tim are walking with Grant and they're talking about their interests for some reason and Tim is just like, oh, you like computers, and she's like, I'm a hacker. I prefer to be called a hacker.
That's right.
But then in Iron Man 2, I think it was 2 or 3, there's like, oh, you're some kind of hacker, and Iron Man's like, it's not cool to be called a hacker. And I was like, that's offensive. Like, that pissed me off that Iron Man needed to say that. Like, let the hackers be called hackers.
I'm a prescriptivist. I don't think you can call yourself a hacker unless you specifically use a Captain Crunch whistle to get free payphone calls.
Yes. Use Game Shark.
Wouldn't that be a phreaker?
Phreakers were the first hackers.
A phreaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phreaker. That's what it was called.
Oh my god.
The Hacker magazine 2600 is called that because it's the frequency of the Captain Crunch whistles. For those who are really fucking confused, possibly because you were born after payphones stopped existing, the deal was that you could play a certain frequency and it would basically unlock an administrator mode on phones that would allow you to use them for free when you would previously be expected to pay for it. Yeah.
If it's like Oxenfree, use your little radio and it opens up fucking doors and whatnot.
I mean, that's how phones used to work. When people say the word touch tone telephone, it's because you would press the key, and each key would make a different tone. But there was a specific tone you could do to get to the admin thing, or basically to get a free call. And that's what the Captain Crunch whistle did, was resonate at the exact frequency needed to tell the phone, oh, they're entering the secret admin key. Go right ahead with your free long distance call, sir.
I actually never put that together.
You didn't realize that's how it worked?
The touch tone thing? No.
Yeah.
What?
You could just straight up play like certain frequencies of sound through the phone and like access long distance calling and shit.
I need to go back in time.
I knew that part.
I have to go. I spent so much money on phone cards. I spent so much fucking money on phone cards.
If you go back in time, you might discover that you're playing this video game.
Never. There's never been a Mumbles that existed that fucking... You could go through every fucking multi-universe. There's not one.
On Emu!
If there is one, me and the other Mumbles will fucking kill her. She will be dead.
I like roguelikes, broadly. I don't know how I feel about Rogue, specifically.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, 100%. And that's not like an indictment of this. This is an extremely early project. Although I did just read on the Wikipedia article that the guy literally got kicked out of university because he spent all of his time making this instead of doing anything.
Yeah,
that's
he
badass.
was attending UCSC and he got kicked out because his grades were failing because he was spending too much time developing video games, and then got like a job at UC Berkeley. So. Like, okay, let's make it clear, this guy's father was a nuclear scientist. Like, he's not bad off, like, he's fine. He was not in any serious trouble at the time.
Nepo Baby made this game.
Yeah.
So, Googling Rogue on... Well, not Googling, but searching for Rogue on Steam, I noticed that there is the release that we played earlier, and then there's also another game called Rogue released in, like, 2020. How ballsy do you have to be to name your game Rogue?
Fuck. Okay, I'm probably not gonna do this, but So, I've been developing a game for a while, and... It's basically like, I don't know, the best way to put it is it's kind of like, oh, sorry, hang on a second.
I just want the story to end with him saying that he's going to call it Elder Scrolls.
No, Rutskarn, don't read the Elder Scroll.
You start off in a boat, and you wake up, and they're like, you gotta go talk to the local police, and you go out of the ship, and there's a bunch of fucking bugs everywhere, and you're like, where the fuck am I?
Wow.
I'm not going to get into what the project specifics, but the bottom line of it is that you are like the head of a team of thieves who are defined as rogues, and it's made to be like a 90s game. And the name that I actually really want to use is Rogue Master, with the M capitalized, all one word. Just because I think it sounds appropriately, like, era-specific, but the problem is that everyone's going to think I'm making a fucking roguelike.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about that.
Well, you were saying that you have reached the, like, technical level where you could make rogue, so you
is
could
it a point and click?
Make a roguelike.
Okay.
Yes, getting into it.
I had like kind of a reference point in my head that it's like, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Okay, you know the Shadows of Doubt, like that detective game that's out, where like you're playing a detective?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Imagine that, but it has like a top-down map game style presentation, and you're controlling a team of thieves instead. And it's about like, you know, putting your ear to the ground, finding out information about, like, the different gangs and, like, the different rich people, like, kind of getting into their graces. And, like, you've got all these agents that you're assigning to do things for you, but they actually don't want you to know anything about them in particular. So also, like, you don't necessarily know which ones you can trust terribly well. And, like, you can have them spy on each other, and you can, like, kind of... It's all about, like, kind of building things up until you have enough information where you think that you're ready to go. And then just like when the actual heist happens, you plan it out, but you don't actually get to like control it directly. The whole thing is basically you spend the whole game inside this shitty office.
Oh.
I like it.
So kind of cultist simulator-y.
Every time you explain a game that you want to work on, there's always this small fear that someone's going to name a game that millions of people have played that's exactly like your game and that you haven't played.
Okay.
I would not say it is exactly like what you're describing, but it has some elements similar.
My advice is to give it a really complicated name. You gotta call it like The Tales of the Four Thieves in Nottingtown Woods. Achieve the Golden Throne.
I have other backup names, and I won't be fucking uttering any of them aloud.
A Group of Malice.
The Malice.
I mean, you could mix it up.
The Malice Protocol.
They could mix it up and try to just like hit as many old game names as possible, like Colossal Rogue Story.
Like the like
that implies a
same
giant
thematic.
thief, doesn't it? Like one big guy.
It's several thieves in a giant trench coat.
In a coat. Got it. Classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic thief thing. I'm making a game too, Red Scarn, but it's Ren'Py, so it's not as cool.
No, I mean, I was actually originally using Red P to make this concept.
My game is called At Night I Turn Into a Slime.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, that's just a true story for me.
This is just kind of like a localized nocturnal isekai.
It's a Rapunzel tale, actually.
Is that how you would define like a werewolf, Rutskarn?
Yeah, a werewolf is just a fucking lupine nocturnal isekai.
At night I turn into a wolf.
Oh, this is what I would do if I had like a Gen Z or millennial child. I would start misusing the word isekai on purpose to describe things.
Oh god.
Hey, your mom and I are going on an isekai to Florida, so please remember to feed the cat.
Is it necessary in an isekai to have the character change identity, body, whatever, or can it be just them in a new place? In which case, I love the idea of referring to vacations as that.
What even are we doing? Josh, are you still even playing the game?
I could play again, but we just keep getting killed, so...
I mean, literally, that's how Rogue
that
works.
That is the Rogue experience. But I think we're maybe getting killed by anti-piracy
What's next on the
monsters.
sideboard?
What
do you got under cloche number 3, Josh?
Okay.
Next one would probably be Ultima 1.
Oh my god. Can we just do dogfighting in Starfield, please? Please, Josh, dogfighting in Starfield.
I don't actually have Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
I mean, I have the one we did for that mini-series we did, but
that's
just
not new.
Because I drink blood doesn't mean I'm a bad person.
It is so bad. Mumbles, why is it so bad?
What are you guys talking about?
Dude. So, just like there was a stunt cast in the previous Mortal Kombat game where they got Ronda Rousey as Sonya Blade, in this game they stunt casted Megan Fox as some random vampire lady character, and you can tell. Like, nothing even against Megan Fox. First of all, she's better as an actor across the board than Ronda Rousey, so it's not that bad. But it is just like a bunch of professional voice actors like Steve Blum and what's her name from Mass Effect and everything, the lady everyone loves and knows.
Jennifer Hale.
Basically a bunch of legendary voice actors. And then Megan Fox just sort of like speaking to no one in a closet, being like, I eat blood, and you can't make me not eat blood, okay? And like, it's acting and it's trying, but like, it doesn't come across as as the way, like, everyone else has got this very specific Saturday morning cartoon affectation that fits Mortal Kombat really well, and she's just sort of trying to be herself, and it doesn't work.
Campster's right. My kind have found a way to not be hurt by the sun anymore. We're vampires that can walk in the sun.
You do that disturbingly well.
Oh wow, that's disturbingly well. Damn.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Somebody tell me why the Seventh Guest has mixed reviews on Steam? Who the fuck is giving the Seventh Guest a mixed review on Steam, huh?
I'll kill them.
Okay, it's the version. Oh no, some of it's not. Some of them is actually just people badly reviewing the Seventh Guest.
I will kill them.
So I haven't read anything about it, and I'm vaguely curious, but is Mortal Kombat 1 like a remake of the original? Is that why it's called Mortal Kombat 1?
Make me start explaining this. I'm not
going
gonna get into it. Yeah, don't.
Wait.
Oh,
okay.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
You got this, Josh.
All right.
You don't die. You just respawn.
That sounds like a cool gamer t-shirt.
That would be if I was like a
no
youth
getting out of
pastor.
here now.
We gotta.
I had an order of the stick t-shirt that said zombies 100% post-consumer human.
Oh, I had a red versus blue shirt that said I hate all the music you like. That was good.
Did I just level up?
What was the red versus blue branding on that, if any? Or was it just that phrase?
Found a mango.
None, but I got them to sign it, so that was really exciting for me.
I can't believe you lived.
Yeah, I can't believe you survived getting signatures for the red versus blue guys on your shirt.
It was a different time. It was the mid-2000s.
That was a yummy mango.
That was a yummy mango. Camster.
Yes.
What was your favorite haunted house in Florida?
Oh God, favorite's hard. I don't know this year.
What was the most unique one, I guess? Yeah.
The most unique one is also the one that's maybe the least good, so that's some fun thing to talk about.
Yeah, tell me all about it.
There was a Child's Playhouse to celebrate the NBC Universal Sci-Fi Peacock USA Chucky show.
That was so many brands that you just dropped. So was that all related, or were you?
What the fuck?
No, it's all owned by NBC Universal, but they run it on Peacock, Sci-Fi, and USA. It premieres on all three platforms.
It's
Please
Chucky,
tell me they have
right?
like.
What was that, Mumbles?
It's Chucky, correct?
Yeah, Charles Lee Ray, Brad Dourif, Little Doll. Yep.
Okay.
But what made it fun was they tried to go all meta on it, and the idea of the house was that Universal had opened a sort of a Chucky museum / haunted attraction, and then invited Chucky, and Chucky didn't like it, so he possessed all of the dolls and started killing all the attendants. So as you're going through this haunted house, you start seeing like stuff that is both fake scary because it's supposed to be part of this thing they built but Chucky didn't like, but then there starts getting more and more actual people being murdered by Chucky. So it's very meta and kind of fun. And there's also a break in the middle where like basically an employee's like, guys, you gotta go. No, you don't understand. Chucky's killing all of us. It is not... Stop moving forward. And obviously just keep walking forward and ignore them because it's part of the show. But it's fun. It's very meta. And a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, is it clear that it's meta? Like, do people not like it because it's not very clear what's going on?
Kind of. It is explained in both the description of the house as well as the little pre-show, and they try to do what they can in the house, but people aren't really vibing to it. They just want to get scared. And so like the first half of the house before Chucky starts really killing people is mostly like cheesy museum stuff that isn't really scary. And then as the scares ramp up, it's Chucky killing people, and some people just aren't, oh my god, we did it again. Why did we open the file?
Chucky possessed your game, Joshua.
This is very similar to the theme
turned
of the
yellow.
2017 Terror Tram experience at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Oh?
Yes, that was actually also Chucky took it over, and he brought a bunch of Legends of Horror with him. So you get off the tram, and there's just like a bunch of characters themed after a bunch of other like things that Chucky thought would scare you more, running around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds about the same, yeah.
Okay, so I heard about one that's like 2 dragons, one's fire, one's ice. Which one did you pick?
I got, I want to say either 2/3 or 3/4 of the endings of that. There's 2 choices you can make and 2 possible endings, depending on the cast that's out. So I got 3 out of the 4 endings.
Wait, is this like based off Dueling Dragons?
It is literally based off Dueling Dragons, yes. It is probably the most pretty house. I loved the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
I had a fucking Dueling Dragons t-shirt.
What, really?
Well, you can buy one now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is it true that they shut it down because people's shit kept falling on other people?
No, they shut it
That
down
would be
because they wanted
amazing.
to build Hag.
Oh, okay.
They
Okay.
did stop running it as a dueling coaster because that loop where they both go together, people's shoes flew off, I think, twice, and one person lost an eye as a result. So they stopped doing the dueling part.
I was confused because they're building another dueling like
They don't do
roller coaster,
the
right?
Yes, but they're not doing the. It's not a hanging roller coaster, so people's shoes can't come off. And also, while they go side by side, they don't do that sort of like 2 loops up into each other where stuff could fly at one another. It's just sort of like racing next to each other on similar tracks.
If I was some kid who was on Dueling Dragons in the early 2000s, and a shoe fucking blinded me by taking my eye out, and I got a settlement presumably from Universal Studios, and then I come back in 2023 and they've got a haunted house based on the attraction, I would just walk straight to the office of Universal Studios and say, "Hi, it's me. This is my name. Give me another $40,000. Just another $40,000, please."
So, how does the mouse control in this game work when you're in the hallways where you don't know where you can go forward? Like, do you have to click on something that is technically path?
Let's see. No.
Okay, it just sort of drags you.
Direction and, yeah.
Yeah, and it puts you as far as you can on that direction. Okay. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, you lived. Shield, Josh.
So yeah, I have ring mail, but I already have ring mail.
Is there like a vendor?
I don't think so. I think this
I
game
really
predates
doubt it.
capitalism.
I would love to be a dungeon vendor.
I mean, gold is basically just the score, right? It's not a resource that's expendable in any way, as far as I'm aware.
In the
Yeah,
earliest
I
version of
think
Dungeons
it's,
& Dragons, gold served as an experience points. When you
you
got a
just
gold coin, it's
shove it in
equivalent
your
to an
mouth.
experience point. Yeah, you would eat it, exactly. It actually says that. Gary Gyjack says then you eat the gold. You just eat it. All of it.
We've all been there.
Right.
We've all looked at a penny and said, what would that be like in my mouth? Let's find out.
Leveling up every Easter as I just shovel chocolate coins in my mouth.
Scrolls.
And we've
Scroll
all
of
been
teleportation.
Josh, you're.
It's actually
you need
really
some help.
hard to reach level 20 before you
I
shit
don't know how
to
to get
death.
health.
There's an episode of It's Always Sunny where Charlie makes nickel slogger and he just can't stop drinking it, so then he can't get through metal detectors because his body's full of nickel.
That's what's the one that makes you blue? Silver
That's,
caltrate or something?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, and I cannot confidently say it. Colloidal silver?
I knew a kid
There we
who bust open a thermometer and ate the inside. And he
Oh
got
no, don't do
nickel.
that. You're gonna get Mad
One of
Hatter
those-
disease.
How did,
Yeah.
Well,
did they,
yeah,
did
hopefully
they have
one
to,
of the... Oh,
did
the
they have
slime
to,
killed us!
Did they have to take his temperature?
They took so many temperatures, but now he's a temperature maker. It's like a Black Mirror
Almost.
episode.
I've been defeated by your video game.
It is a slime.
It's a slime. She turns into a slime at night.
It's nighttime.
The fact that like slimes are the gnarliest fucking things to run into in early Dungeons and Dragons, and then like early Japanese RPGs were just like, yeah, they're cute, is really amazing.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just can't get over localized nightly isekai.
Oh my god.
Just like, okay, but seriously, like, circling back here, like, every piece of art from, like, the 70s and 80s that depicts, like, a slime in Dungeons & Dragons is just, like, some jowly motherfucker screaming his head off while some horrible, like, pizza ooze melts his flesh from his bones. And then, just, like, over on the other side of the world, it's like, no, that's, yeah, no, it's Fred. It's a friend.
I collect Dragon Quest slimes. Did you know that about me?
I did not.
I collect them. I have crystal ones. I have plushy ones that I got in Japan. I have statues of them. I collect them.
Did you say fleshy slimes?
I said plushy.
Oh, okay, plushy. Okay.
But fleshy,
like,
why not?
Yeah, we made a slime out of meat.
Bring it on. If they had slushy slimes, I have a straw that has a slime on it. I love them. They're so fucking cute.
Now I'm just thinking. I'm thinking of Seymour Skinner. I'm thinking of steamed hams.
Yeah, it's like that.
Like, well, like an isekai at this time of day, based in this country, localized entirely within your body. Yes. Can I see it? No.
It's Chris with the quotes today.
That's kind of all of us.
All right, I think we have thoroughly mined this rogue well here. So I
here lies
want
rogue
to see what
happens
when I try to drag rogue into the trash can. Delete the files. Delete the disk.
So what operating system is this, technically?
This was like whatever fucking bespoke thing they put on the Atari.
Alright, now I gotta look this.
This is perfect timing, actually, because this is about how long it would take for the cops to show up and arrest Josh for pirating Rogue.
Oh no. Like, it's free and open source. You can't pirate it anymore.
Well...
But yeah, I guess the time cops from 1986 have showed up to drag me back into.
They're about to isekai you back to the past.
Oh my god.
Running gags are the best.
Uh,
Also, the Atari operating system was called Atari TOS, Atari, the operating system.
Love that for them.
I wonder if that's...
Just
It's just like the
Oh,
Dragon
that's not what I
Age
thought it
Theta.
was.
the Dragon Age operating system FADOS.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, well, we'll be back to Star Trek next week.
Woo, I gotta catch up.